fuck, man. Like,
they're like, oh, you're going there, are you?
yeah,
Okay.
it's like, that's kind of like the problem. I kind of agree with Jim Cornette on it. It's like, you know what, man? Somebody's always going to be try and be like the new Metallica in that sense of like, no, we got to be faster, we got to be better, we got to do this, and it's like, okay, you use the weed whacker in this match. Where do you go from there?
Yeah.
I'm going to run him over with a lawnmower. Like, all right, let's kind of reel that back a little bit here.
Exactly.
You know,
let's hit him with a car.
Yeah. No, that's been done to death.
It actually has, yeah.
You think about it, like fucking Roddy Piper hit Goldust with a car. Fucking Austin got hit by a car.
Big Man was supposed to blow. Actually, he did blow up in a car.
He was supposed to, yeah. And then the death of Chris Benoit. He's like on TV the next week, like, I'm fine.
Yeah, pretty much. Just kidding.
Yep.
I didn't really blow up. I just pretended blowed up.
That was the worst case of the shits I ever had.
I am never eating tacos from that place ever again. Good Lord.
Whoever's in charge of catering, you're fired.
Oh, it was Jeff Jarrett? Oh, that makes this even easier.
Yeah. He's like, God damn it, Slapnuts, I want my money. What money? You haven't been under contract here in fucking years. Mr. Global Force Wrestling.
He puts fucking wax in the tacos.
Yep. Mr. starts his own promotion, gets TNA, and then fucking is bought out by somebody who runs it into the fucking ground.
And it's still being run further and further into the ground.
Yeah.
The only good thing about it is the Matt Hardy shit, which isn't even that great. I mean, it's kind of funny and weird, but it's different. I'll give it that. Yeah. But it's out there.
I'm telling you, man. I think WWE is trying to like buy the TNA library, so like when they do like that way they can do like DVD like specials for like AJ Styles or like Bobby Roode or like some of the other guys that were in TNA. Or like, if the Hardy Boys ever come back, like, oh yeah, here's some of their matches.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
The big rumor is like they're trying to buy out TNA just for the video library. They'll probably take like a couple of wrestlers on and then just say, you know what, the hell with the rest of it.
Well, who's in TNA right now that would even be worth using as far as talent is concerned?
The Hardy Boys.
That's it?
Maybe Bobby Lashley, maybe.
That's all they got?
Pretty much.
Really? They don't even have like Abyss or...
Maybe. I haven't seen TNA in a while. I know Kurt Angle's not under contract with them anymore.
Yeah, I know that much too. Because he's also working with the WCPW along with Cody Rhodes.
Yep. Yeah, I remember Cody Rhodes actually he was doing some appearance in Providence. I couldn't go to it because I was fucking working. I was a little pissed. I was like, fuck. Oh well. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. He'd be kind of cool to me. He seems like a pretty cool dude.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool dude. Like the big joke with him and Xavier Woods, like they grew up together in like the same town and whatnot. I think they went to like rival.
Oh, really?
They went to like rival high schools or something like that.
Huh.
But they're like, you know, the big joke around town is like, even and Cody was like, yeah, even as a kid, I got asked this all the time, like because my dad was in wrestling. They're like, oh my god, do you know Buff Bagwell? They're like, god damn it. So both of them were just like, you know what? Yeah, that was our goal, was to be more famous than Buff Bagwell.
Nice. Doesn't take much.
Yeah. It's like, even when they started wrestling, they're just like, oh, you're a wrestler? Oh, do you know Buff Bagwell?
Why Buff Bagwell of all people?
Because he was from that town, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah. Buff Bagwell.
Well, thank God they got more... I think they got more famous than Buff Bagwell. Xavier Woods, at least.
I would absolutely fucking say that they got more famous.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Jesus Christ. Fuck Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, fucking Bagwell. Ugh. Like, I tell you though, man, like, I'm gonna take the left turn here, go back to... talk about, like, the meet and greets that we were doing, like...
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the first one we did recently was meeting fucking Eric Martin from Mr. Big. Fucking totally fucking cool cat. The sign was very, very misleading online. It's like, oh, you know, an evening of music with Eric Martin, acoustic performance, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fucking A, let's go. So, like, me and Chris go down there.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we get down there early enough that, like, we see him doing a fucking sound check. And I'm just like, I start hearing somebody playing guitar. I'm like, somebody from the opening band's probably tuning up, whatever. I look over, I'm like, holy fuck, that's him! So I go over, go check it out, kind of shooting the shit with him a little bit. Like, yeah, he's like, hey, man, you digging this, man? I was like, fucking, yeah. Like, you're the reason I'm here? Kind of fucking marking out a little bit, I guess, if you want to use wrestling terminology, bring it back to that. But
bringing it back in.
Yeah, so it was like me and a couple other people like checking out the sound check and whatnot, and like later on I felt like such a fucking schmuck because like he was walking like after his sound check he was walking around the fucking bar and whatnot. And it was like this little bar in Cranston, Rhode Island, and like he's walking around, man. I was just like, man, I really want to just go like say hi, man. I love your fucking music. Can I get a picture with you, something like that? And I was just like. He's talking with other people. I don't want to be a dick and interrupt him. Blah blah blah. So, like, show's over and whatnot. Great fucking concert. If he's coming to your area, I highly suggest seeing him because he's fucking great.
What kind of stuff does he do? Mostly stuff from.
He does Mr. Big stuff. He does a lot of solo stuff as well.
Oh, cool.
And like because of that, like I went on his website and got like 3 of his fucking albums, which
nice, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, so there was that, and then like after his show, he was just like, "Hey guys, I'm just gonna go use the little boys' room real quick, and then I'll come out and hang out with you for a bit." I'm like, "Fuck, holy shit! I got a second chance at this, yes." But yeah, he was a huge fucking ball buster, man. It should have been like Eric Martin, an evening of ball busting in music.
So he came back out and did what, like sort of like a Q&A kind of thing?
Not like a Q&A. He was just like on the floor of the bar, just like taking pictures with fans, signing autographs and shit, like just shit.
Oh, fucking A.
Everybody. Yeah, fucking. He was the nicest guy I ever met.
He sounds like the nicest guy that I never met.
He's the nicest guy I ever met. But yeah, it was funny as hell because like there's me and Chris, like we're waiting to like get our picture taken with him and whatnot. And like Chris became a fan of his, like seeing that show because there he is doing the cover of Wild World, like a couple other like songs and whatnot. And of course he did fucking To Be With You.
Sure.
And like he did it early enough in his set list because he's like he looks at his watch, he's just like, you know what, I should probably do this song because you guys will probably have some babysitters to go home and pay. So he starts going in just To Be With You. I'm like, fucking A, man.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So
at least he's pretty self-aware.
He's very self-aware, but like he before Chris and I got our picture taken with him, he's talking to some other fan about like how his kid has like a massive dick. He's like he wears like these certain shorts and like you can tell what's going on there. Like sometimes he'll go in the hot tub naked and whatnot. And it's like, yeah, buddy, go put some pants on, will you? Like,
by the way, what are you feeding that thing?
Yeah. But it doesn't even come. I just bet you just sling it over your shoulder and just burp it. So, so he's done talking to the other fan. The guy fucks off and whatnot. And Eric looks at me and Chris. He's like, "All right, you guys want a picture?" Like, yeah, man, it'd be great, can't we? He's like, "Yeah, absolutely." He hands my phone off to some lady that was going to take our picture and whatnot. He goes, "All right, take a picture with me and my sons." Like, we showed him this look like, my dick isn't that big. He's like, "We call ourselves the Unfuckables." I'm like, all right, that's better. I got nothing for that. I was like, now we're talking realistically here.
Jeez. The guy from Mr. Big is that much of a ball buster.
Oh my god, he's a huge.
I would have pictured that.
He's a huge fucking ball buster, man. Holy shit.
Sounds like a pretty fun dude to hang around, though.
He is, man. Like, yeah, like I said, man. You ever see him hanging around like performing at like a bar or like even like some small club or whatnot? Fucking go see him.
You think that's kind of what he's doing these days, like the smaller bar club kind of.
He's doing that. He was doing some like rock. I don't know if it's a rock opera or like it was like a rock theatrical show that was in Germany called Avantasia or something like that. If you search YouTube, search for like Avantasia Eric Martin. It's fucking awesome.
Was he like the main songwriter for Mr. Big?
He was one of it was all like a collaborative effort. Like him, Billy Sheehan, Paul Gilbert, and the drummer whose name I'm forgetting at the time, Pat Torsey, I think. Yeah. Anyways, but like Yeah, like he, it was all like a group effort in which, you know, they're also saying like, yeah, we're working on new material, so.
Oh, cool.
Fucking Mr. Big coming
so
out with a new
they're
album.
still kind of together then, or?
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Big is still together. Like, the guy Billy Sheehan and like he's busy with was it the Winery Dogs? He's got that. Paul Gilbert's got, you know, solar shit going on. Pat Dorsey's, you know, he's doing what he's doing. And then, you know, when Mr. Big isn't touring, like fucking Eric Martin's out on the fucking road doing what he does.
Pretty cool, man.
Yeah. But
I kind of like the intimate bar setting. Like, I got to see one of my favorite bands ever, the Murdochs, at a local bar in like Boston or some, you know, one of those small towns off of Boston that's not technically Boston, even though it's fucking Boston.
Yeah, but everybody that lives in that town is like, yeah, I'm from Boston. It's like, no, you're not.
Exactly. But like it's like just more fun and more intimate. And I was probably the only person there who actually knew who the fuck they were. It was like maybe 10 people in the room. It was like me and Liz and not very many other people. But it was so cool because I got to like hang outside with the dude and, you know, talk him up and shit and get autographs with him and shit. And I mean, they're just like these dudes from Texas who are like my age. They're not like anything famous like Mr. Big or anything like that. But it was still really fucking cool. And especially in those settings where it's smaller, you get to kind of see more and experience more. And it's kind of better than when you're in this big fucking stadium hundreds of feet away. It's like, hey, I think I see Geddy Lee. Cool.
Yeah, like, no, that's a roadie. Shit.
Yeah. And actually, Liz and I kind of took a nod or a page out of your book and took a nod to you. And remember we stayed like to catch Kevin Smith after a Q&A that he had done, and all of us got to meet him and Jason Mewes and shit.
Yeah.
And it was not long after that Liz and I went to go see Evanescence, and I was like, we should hang out after the show and shit, see if we can catch any of the guys from the band or Amy Lee or some shit, because she's a huge Evanescence fan.
Yeah.
And sure enough, good thing we did that, because she actually did get to meet Amy and got her picture and got an autograph and shit, and it was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, there we go, man. That's one of those things. Like, you know,
you just got to take the chance.
You take the chance, and, you know, don't be a dick.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty important too. Not to be like, give me your fucking picture and your autograph.
Yeah. Like the
dance monkey.
The fucking like hanging out with dope and whatnot. Like I bought the VIP package, which which included a poster that we'd get signed and whatnot, a picture with the band and a T-shirt, and there's like a little meet and greet and whatnot. We were supposed to do it inside, but there was some band playing at like 4:20. This is at like almost 5. This is like 4:45 when this happened. So, but like it was kind of fucked up because like. We got this email saying, all right, just meet in front of the entrance to the venue at 4:20. He's like, it's from the guy that's orchestrated the whole thing. He's like, I'll meet you guys out in front. It's going to start promptly at 4:45, and then we'll go through the rest from there. I'm like, all right, no problem, man, no problem. So it was like me and there was this other chick. We were like, hey, where's the line for the dope meet and greet? And they're like, that's over at the DCU Center, which is like, a couple blocks over from the Palladium. So I'm like,
it's kind of far.
I'm like, all right, that's kind of fucked, but all right, whatever. Let's go see what happens. We go over there, fucking nobody knows what the fuck we're talking about, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I check my email, I'm like, all right, it says front of the fucking venue. Like, let's go back. So I'm on my way back there and whatnot, and I'm just like scoping around, like looking for anybody with like some dope, like shirt or a hat or something like that that's just hanging around.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, all right, to attach myself to them, sort of.
Right. At least you're in the right place.
Yeah, didn't see him. I sent the guy like an email just saying like, hey, the guys from the venue are telling us that this thing is over at the DCU Center. Can you fucking clarify this for us? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm walking back and forth between the Palladium and the DCU Center, just like hoping to see something or somebody that knows what the fuck is going on. And like I can see like some of Dope's like equipment in the parking lot and like the banner that I took the Snapchat with, like that was out in the parking lot, but like I thought that was just part of the stage show and whatnot. So so I'm walking back and forth. I start walking back towards the Palladium. I'm fucking pissed off as shit. And then I see this big group of people. There's a guy with like one of those VIP badges, like just hanging around, just like walking, like leading them to the parking lot. I'm like, oh shit, is this for the fucking dope